Hard disk is installed in the computer. Everyone knows this, but what happened inside the hard disk? How does it work? In this video, I will tell you all the information about how to record is saved and why the hard disk is used in the computer. Stay with me. My name is Gaurav and you're watching Honest Mark. Hard disk drive is often called a disk drive or hard disk drive. It is also a secondary storage device which is a non-volatile memory, and that is a computer keeps the data safe even after power off. The main function of hard disk is to store data. It keeps the data with you forever. Even if the computer has light or not, it does not matter. Therefore, it is called permanent storage or electromechanical data storage device. Any kind of data can be stored in it. How much data will be stored in this hard disk depend on your storage capacity of the hard disk. Hard disk become the most important storage for us when we take backup of important files. What is inside the hard disk? Let's open. My computer system already has two hard disks. One is 160 GB and other is 500 GB. Before opening it, remove these wires. These hard disks look same but have both different capacities. Data is already full in these hard disks. Backside of the hard disk, some wires are placed in this place. We have to do some connectivity with motherboard. On the back side of the hard disk there is the PCB board. Inside it our data is saved and the size of these two equal. There is a slightly different the weight but the capacity is completely different. Let's open its cover. This was the hard disk in which our data is saved. It looks like this. Hard disks of different capacities are available in the market. Computer hard disks are very sensitive. Its internal part become damaged due to hard disk collision or internal high voltage and fall down or due to internal moisture. All the hard disks have a same fundamental for reading and writing data. All the different kind of data and including operating system of your computer is saved in the magnetic form on the top of the disk or plate. To understand its functionality, first we have to understand its internal part. It includes many parts. This is SATA based. Its full form is Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. Such hard disks are found in most computers and laptops today. This type of hard disk is faster than the earlier hard disk. Transfer speed can be from 150 Mbps to 600 Mbps. The SATA cable used in it to quite thin and flexible, which is more better than the old cables. Let's start. This is the most important part of it because all the data is stored in it. In this, all the data is stored in the form of magnet and saved in a binary form. After the power, this hard disk has started. Right now the process of the hard disk is on boot. Read and write data with the help of its slider. Whenever this hard disk starts, its slider comes out first. Its slider starts reading from its corner. Whenever hard disk turns off, its slider comes inwards and close. Let's talk about hard disk components. The spindle motor plays an important role in the hard drive operation to run the hard disk platters. A spindle motor provides stable, reliable and continuous turning for several hours for continuous use. If spindle motor does not work properly, then the hard drive may fail. Let's talk about read-write head. Heads are an interface between magnetic media where data is stored in the hard disk and there an electronic component. The head converts the information which is in the form of bits for the magnetic pulse when it is used to store on the platters and the process reverse during the read. The head is most sophisticated part of the HUD. Each platter has two read-write heads mounted at the top and at the bottom. It moves right to left above the platter and works to record and store information. This is called actuator. With the help of this, read and write arms rotates. This is called magnet assembly. It provides frictionless and free motion over a range of several millimeters. It is responsible for giving arms high speed and high motion quality. It is called a ribbon cable. It's very thin. It makes communication and control movements and data. Let's talk about magnetic platters. There is a circular disc that mounts inside a hard disk. Many platters are mounted on a fixed spindle motor to create more data store surface in a small area. The platter consists of a core made of aluminum or glass substance, covered with a thin layer of fabric oxide or cobalt alloy. On the other side of the substance material, a thin coating is deposited by a special manufacturing technique. It is very thin coating where the actual data is stored. Where data is stored, that called tracks. All platters have a stack of tracks called cylinders. Finally, each track is divided into arc called sectors. In this way, digital information is saved magnetically. The data is saved in the form of binary 0 and 1. The speed of the disk is measured as two parts. Transfer rate. This is the rate at which the data moves from disk to the computer. Random access time. It is the sum of the seek time and rotational latency. Now the seek time is the time by the arm to move the required track. Rotational latency is defined as the time taken by the arm to reach the required sector in the track. Even though the disk is arranged as a sectors and tracks physically, the data is logically arranged and addressed as an array of block of fixed size. The size of a block can be 512 or 1024 bytes. Each logical block is mapped with a sector on a disk. In this way, each sector in the disk will have a logical address. Let's turn back side of this hard disk. In this we have few connectors behind this hard disk. It has first is power connector, second is configuration jumper, third is SATA connector, fourth is SATA power connector. SATA cable of this hard disk is mounted on this port of a motherboard. To open this hard disk we need some tools like two different type of screw. Let's open this hard disk. This is called a platter where all the data is stored in it for a long time. The data is stored in form of magnet. It seems to be like mirror and crystal. You can see easily your fingerprints on it. This platter consists sectors, blocks and clusters. Let's open magnetic actuator. This is the connector of the actuator assembly that connects PCB logic board. Its job is to deliver the current and signals. With the help of this magnet, the slider works very fast. Let's open logic board, that is called PCB board. A small thin sheet called polymer. A hard disk have a PCB board that is printed circuit board, allows circuit to pass between various components that allow the hard disk to function. PCB board comes in two colors, green and blue. In this PCB it has many functions, like there is a motor control chip inside the PCB board as well as how it is controlled by the CPU and IC circuits. This was the story of the hard disk. This hard disk takes so many components. Each of its component is very important and each component has its own work. Hard disk have a different kind of parts which are quite very small. These were the major parts of the hard disk. How all the components are kept in this small place. In this way, your data is stored in the small hard disk. Before you go, you must know about 2 terabyte of hard disk. I have 2 terabyte of hard disk in front of you. You can see it has 2 disks in which your data is saved. Along with size change are also made in the spindle motor. Some are small and some are big. Let's open its arm. As you can see, it has 2 actuators with the help of it which we can read and write. By the way, it is a 2 terabyte of hard disk, so the 2 terabyte you should have so much data to save. So there has 2 disks have been installed in it. Friends, that's all in this video. Hope you like this information. If you like it, then press like button and share it with your friends.